back to All About That Disney Life. I am Danny B, the girl who is all about that Disney life. We now move on to the Santa Claus, which came out in 1994. So let's get to know this cast. Tim Allen was Scott Calvin, aka Santa Claus. Eric Lloyd was Charlie Calvin. Wendy Crewson was Laura Miller. Judge Reinhold was Dr. Neil Miller. David Krumholtz was Bernard the head elf. Paige Tamada was Judy the elf. Peter Boyle was Mr. Whittle. Larry Bragdenberg was Detective Nunzio. Jane Eastwood was Judy the waitress. Kenny Vadaz was the ELFS leader. Chris Benson was a Fireman O'Hara. Mary Gross was Miss Daniels. Choice Guy was Principal Compton. Judith Scott was Susan Perry. Tabitha Lupien was the ballet girl. Lachlan Murdoch was the fax kid. John Pasquin was Santa number 6. Steve Venovich was Dr. Pete Novos. Frank Welker was the voice of a reindeer. Kerrigan Mahan was another voice for a reindeer. Bob Dermer was Puppet Punch. Nina Kioff was Puppet Judy. Melissa King was Sarah. And Steve Luskew was the first Santa Claus that Scott scares off the roof and causes his death. Now we move on to the facts all about the busy man who turned into jolly old Saint Nick. Number 1, the production. The script was written on spec by Steve Rudnick and Leo Benventui. In November of 1992, it was announced Hollywood Pictures had acquired the script as a potential starring vehicle for Tim Allen. Number 2, the filming. The film was shot at Rayleigh Studios in Hollywood, California, and on location in the Greater Toronto Area, with Oakville serving as the city of Lakeside, Illinois. The reindeer used in the movie were all from the Toronto Zoo, and the trains used in the North Pole scene and the start of the movie were all made by LGB. Number 3, the box office. The movie was released into theaters on November 11th, 1994. This movie made $145.3 million in the United States and Canada and $45 million in other territories for a worldwide total of $190.3 million. The movie grossed $19.3 million in its opening weekend, finishing second at the U.S. box office behind Interview with a Vampire, which opened with $30 million. In its second weekend, this movie made $17.1 million, finishing third. Over the 3-day Thanksgiving frame, this movie made $20.4 million. Number 4, awards and nominations. At the Saturn Awards, this movie was nominated for Best Fantasy Film, but it lost to Forrest Gump. It was also nominated for Best Makeup, but it lost to Ed Wood. At the MTV Movie Awards, Tim Allen was nominated for Best Breakthrough Performance, but he lost to Kristen Dunst with Interview with a Vampire. Tim Allen was also nominated for Best Comedic Performance, but he lost to Jim Carrey for Dumb and Dumber. At the BMI Film Music Awards, the movie won an award. At the People's Choice Awards, this movie won for Favorite Comedy Motion Picture. At the Blimp Awards, Tim Allen was nominated for Favorite Movie Actor, but he lost to Jim Carrey for Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and The Mask. At the Young Artist Awards, this movie was nominated for Best Family Motion Picture for a comedy or a musical, but it lost to The Lion King. Eric Lloyd was also nominated for Best Performance by a Young Actor, co-starring in a motion picture, but he lost to Matthew McClure in North. At the American Comedy Awards, Tim Allen was nominated for Funniest Actor in a Motion Picture, but he lost to Tom Hanks for Forrest Gump. And at the Young Star Awards, Eric Lloyd was nominated for Best Performance by a Young Actor in a Comedy Film, but he lost to Joseph Gordon-Levitt for Angels in the Outfield. Number 5, bonus facts. This movie was filmed from April 26th to July 9th of 1994. And in the original script, Scott was going to shoot Santa off the roof with a shotgun, but when Disney bought the script, that was rewritten so that instead Scott scares him off the roof. And there you have it, all the facts about Santa Claus. If you like this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to leave a comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you have a zippity-doo-dah day. Goodbye.